everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you how much money you're supposed to have for you to study in China. So if you're new to my channel, please remember to hit the subscribe button. Remember to come back to watch a lot of videos about China if you need to study in China. So today I'm going to analyze how much money you're supposed to have for you to study in China for engineering, business and science courses. For you to study in China, it depends which state you need to study and which university you need to go, because the tuition fees are valid in every city and every university depend on the university ranking. So you're supposed to know which state you prefer the most. If you prefer cities like Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, then expect the tuition fee will be more expensive compared to other cities. So you're supposed to know how much can you afford so that you could go to the cities that you prefer the most. Let's start with non-degree courses. If you need to study Chinese language in China, you're supposed to have at least $1,000 and $500 per year. That is tuition fee with accommodation, and the tuition fee can range from there up to $2,000 and $500. So it depends with the city and the province that you are in. It might be more cheap than that or higher than that, but it always range from that. Most universities in China, it range from that if you need to study Chinese courses. So if you need to study other courses apart from Chinese courses, the tuition fee is a bit higher. So that price is for 1 year accommodation and the tuition fee for Chinese course. For degree course, I prefer to start with medicine and BBS. So medicine, we have two categories of universities that you're supposed to know. We have more listed universities and non-more listed universities. I mean more Ministry Education of China. Those universities which are listed under Ministry Education of China, and those universities that are not listed under Ministry Education of China, their tuition fee are quite different. So for you to study in universities that are under MOI, Ministry Education of China, you're supposed to have at least $4,000 up to $8,000. It depends with the province, the city that you're in, so and the rank of university. So always it's range from there. So if you need to study under Moi University, it's a bit higher than non-Moi University. For non-Moi University, universities that are not listed under Ministry Education of China, tuition fee is always range from $3,000 up to $3,800. So it depends. So if you are saying for more university or for none more university or more cheaper university, so you just look for those university more listed and none more listed. Both are best university you can choose to study, but most preferred is university that are listed under Ministry Education of China. For engineer course and business course, tuition fee range from $3,000 up to $5,000 per year. It depends with the rank of university and the location of university, but most universities in China, tuition fee is range from there. Is tuition fee included with accommodation, unless if you need to live off campus, so you have to pay only tuition fees and you're going to live off campus. But mostly tuition fee is range from that, from $3,000 up to $5,000 per year, including with accommodation for engineering, business and art. But mostly university it's range from $3,000 up to $4,000. Most university in China, but not all. So I think this is more affordable for you to come to study in China. For masters and PhD students, I can only talk about master's students because most PhD students got a scholarship, so it's not easy for them to pay for their tuition fee. Most of them come to China with its full scholarship, and most master's students come to China with full scholarship. So for the masters, tuition fee is ranging from $5,000 up to 78 up it depends with the university location, rank of university, and the course. So if you are looking for the medicine, then you expect to be more expensive. But if you are looking for arts, business, and engineering, it won't be that much expensive. But most engineer course, most master's courses has scholarship, and most people got scholarship for the masters and the PhD. That's why I only based in degree courses. Cost of living in China, it depends with the city that you are in. If you are in Shanghai, Beijing, then the living expense is gonna be more expensive. But mostly cost of living in China, it range from $150 per month, and it depends with your expense and how do you use per month, and it goes up. So it depends with the city you have. That I can say cheapest city in China you can live even for $100 per month. But if you are in another province that their life are little expensive, then you have to pay more money than that. You have to use more. So you can use from $100 up to $400. So it depends with your expense and how much do you use, your own budget. But mostly it's range from that. Estimated most international students are just using $200 per month, but it depends with your expense and how much do you need to spend. It depends with your budget. Also, for those who prefer to live off campus, don't want to live in campus, the expense might be a little higher. It depends with the city that you are in. Let's say in city like Hangzhou, let's say in city like Wenzhou here. So if you decide to live off campus, you have to pay more money for accommodation, because in campus it is a little cheaper compared to outside. But if you live other cities like Shanghai, you can just meet accommodation is very expensive. When you live in campus is very expensive rather than having apartment. Live off campus, it can be more cheap than living in campus. That's why most international students who are studying in Shanghai, they prefer to live off campus because of that, to save more money. So most universities in Shanghai, accommodation can be little expensive. You can pay more accommodation even than your tuition fee. So guys, I hope this video is more informative. If you have any question concerning tuition, if you concern China, please drop comments or can contact with me direct. You can follow me on my Instagram if you need me to make any kind of video about China. I will appreciate your comments, and please remember to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumb up. Thank you for watching. See you for the new video.